Minister. Point of order, Cabinet Secretary Michael Matheson.
Point of order, Deputy Presiding Officer. During the course of the debate earlier on this afternoon, Mr Ross, during his contribution, stated, and I quote, "I mention Mr Matheson because he has refused to meet with GP campaigners in my local area, and I had to write to him several times on this matter." As Mr Ross says, it's important that the Chamber has all of the facts on these matters. Presiding Officer, I was due to meet with the campaign group that Mr Ross refers to at 2:30 this afternoon. In fact, Mr Ross was actually invited to attend that meeting. But unfortunately, because of parliamentary business, we both had to be in the Chamber. The meeting had to be cancelled last week. As a result, my office actually extended 2 further dates over the course of the next 2 weeks to meet with that campaign group and for Mr Ross to be able to attend that meeting. It's very clear, Presiding Officer, that the comments made by Mr Ross that I had refused to meet with the campaign group is inaccurate and is misleading the Chamber. Given the need to make sure that comments that are made by members in this Chamber are accurate, can you advise me how Mr Ross can go about setting the record straight and removing the inaccurate accusation he's made in his comments?
Could I please deal with one point of order before I get on to any other points of order? I thank the Cabinet Secretary for his contribution. That is not a point of order, but the Cabinet Secretary has nonetheless made his point on the record. And of course, the corrective mechanism in terms of the OR is known to all members, so I don't need to repeat that. Thank you. Point of order, Douglas Ross.
Further to that point of order, so just go through a couple of points. First of all, the meeting has been cancelled and the alternative dates were not suitable for another Scottish Government minister, so we're now looking into October. Secondly, members, we need to hear the member who has the floor. Members. Secondly, the Health Secretary is on record on the official report of this Parliament refusing to meet with the group, because when I asked him in health questions, he said it wouldn't be appropriate to meet. And finally, the reason I raised it today, Deputy Presiding Officer, and I know SNP members will want to hear this, is because yesterday the Save Our Surgeries Burghead and Hopeman Facebook page said this: "We are very disappointed that our planned meeting with the Cabinet Secretary for Health, Michael Matheson, had to be cancelled due to his other commitment. Our community has been left without proper services for long enough and we need action now." They finished impatiently awaiting a new date. We are all impatiently awaiting that new date, and the Health Secretary should respond immediately.
Members, could I deal with that point of order before I take any other point? Could I just say at this point that also to Mr Ross that is not point of order either, although Mr Ross has also got his contribution on the record, and I would imagine that Mr Ross would be well aware that there would be various routes by which Mr Ross could pursue the matter substantively, and if it's going to be of the same vein, I would not want to take another contribution. Thank you. Point of order, Mary McCallan.
Just in the vein of requiring accuracy from those who make contributions in the Chamber, during Rachel Hamilton's contribution, she erroneously stated that the Scottish Government had plans to ban fishing in half of Scotland's waters. I just ask, Presiding Officer, that Rachel Hamilton considers her responsibility to correct the record on that point.
Yeah. Could I please respond to the Cabinet Secretary first? The Cabinet Secretary will be well aware that's not a point of order either. We are using up kind of members' time here. Members should know what a point of order is and what it isn't. And again, the ways in which the OR can be corrected are well known to all members. And if Ms Hamilton is wanting to make a point of order along the same vein, it wouldn't be a point of order if it's the same vein and there's a way to correct the record. And we are using up members' time here. Rachel Hamilton, are you wanting to make a point of order? Yes.
Thank you.
Point of order, Rachel Hamilton.
Thank you, Presiding Officer. It's really saddening to know that a Cabinet Secretary with such responsibility doesn't listen in debates. My words were Green Party's reckless agenda supporting a fishing ban in half of Scottish seas. So I would like the record corrected about this erroneous point of order.
I thank Rachel Hamilton for her contribution. That is not a point of order either, as it has been the case for all other contributions at this stage. The ways in which the OR can be corrected are well known to all members, so I will not detain members further by repeating what that process is, and I would hope now to be able to move on. I was going to say that that concluded the debate on the programme for government.